Hi, everybody. I'm Bill Goodman of Kentucky Humanities, and I want to thank all of you for being here this morning to share with us an exciting announcement that we're going to make publicly for the very first time. I know my staff will roll their eyes when I say, Mayor, you and I have had some conversations about Robert Penn Warren and all the King's men, and you were in attendance the other night at the John Meacham lecture, and we talked a lot about Willie Stark. So to my staff, I'm going to say I'm going to go off script today and just throw my script away and tell you a little story that just came to me early this morning when I was up at the Y doing some yoga, when you're supposed to be in Savasana, and I was thinking about my 3-year-old grandson Henry and a book that I wanted to read him this weekend, The Little Engine That Could, which is one of his favorites. Well, we're sort of the Kentucky Humanities Council engine that could. And the analogy is that the book fair in Frankfort for over 30 years, now 37 years, and we're expanding the book festival, the book fair, to a book festival from 2 days to 6 days. And a lot of that is going to take place here in downtown Lexington. We're very pleased that we've gotten support from a number of people. We've always thought that it was something that we wanted to do. So this year in November, from the 12th through the 17th, we'll be going to a full 6-day book festival. We'll be located out at the Kentucky Horse Park at the Alltech Arena. And we wanted to announce that for the first time today. And Mayor, we have always appreciated your support and the council's support in bringing that book fair, now festival, from Frankfort to Lexington, and we thank you for being here this morning.
This guy and I go back all the way to our hometowns of Glasgow, and Bill's family, my family, have been friends for a long time. And fortunately, we were both guided by parents and grandparents who encouraged us and taught us to read a lot. And you probably get to do more of that. I'm looking forward to that myself. I love describing Lexington as the literary capital of mid-America. Neil Chaddick at the Carnegie Center describes it that he sort of coined that phrase a few years ago, and ever since I felt like it was just perfect. We are so excited to see this 37-year tradition, the Kentucky Book Fair, grow into this full week, a fun-centered week around good food and good conversation, a little libation, of course, perhaps, and good books. The brand new Kentucky Book Festival will have something for everyone, from children, little ones, young adult readers, foodies, trivia players, and of course those of us who just like to spend a little time with a good book, intrigue and history, whatever it might be. So this year we are celebrating the move of the Kentucky Book Fair to Lexington. Last year was the first year, and we loved it. It was a huge success, and we know that a lot of folks are doing a lot of work to make it happen again this year. Turning the fair into a full-blown festival takes a lot of effort, and something of this significance, this magnitude, is managed so well by the Kentucky Humanities. We know too, though, that it takes a lot of folks working on a project like this. It does take a village for something like this to happen. Lexington has a rich literary heritage. The Carnegie Center for Literacy and Learning, just up the street, the center's Kentucky Great Writers Series, and its many other literary programs are just what the Kentucky Book Fair and now the Kentucky Book Festival are all about. So it's a great opportunity for everyone, those of us citizens right here at home in Lexington and all across the entire state. Come to Lexington for this festival. Thank you all. Bill?
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. We do get a lot of support from so many sponsors. You see a list of those over here on the banner. The University of Kentucky is a major sponsor for us this year, Spalding University, Lindsey Wilson College, the Face It campaign from Corsair Charities in Louisville, and countless numbers of others who are helping us right here in Lexington and Fayette County. We appreciate all of that support and want to encourage everyone to attend November 12th through the 17th. And to give you just a bit of a preview and to explain some of the effort in getting the people that we have coming in, some outstanding, extraordinary authors and writers and spokespeople, I'm going to turn this over to Kentucky Book Festival Project Director Brooke Raby.
Thank you, Bill. Good morning. This week is going to be chock full of fun events and fabulous authors. But in the interest of time, I'm just going to tell you a little bit about what's going on this week and then direct you to our website, kyhumanities.org, for a full schedule, ticket information, etc. We'll begin on the evening of Monday, November 12th with New Kentucky Poetry and Prose with 4 Kentucky authors reading from their works at the Carnegie Center. On Tuesday, November 13th, we'll host our ticketed literary luncheon with Silas House, author of the best-selling book Southernmost, at Arts Place. And then later that evening, we'll host Truth or Dare Ya with 5 Kentucky YA authors at the University of Kentucky. Wednesday night, November 14th, author and food personality Tim Laird and Chef Dave Danielson will discuss their new book at Azure, where Chef Jeremy Ashby and his team will be serving appetizers and cocktail samples from the book. On Thursday evening, KET's Renee Shaw will moderate a happy hour discussion with Beck Dory Stein, author of From the Corner of the Oval at the Main on Main. Later that evening, we'll host Books and Brews Trivia at the West 6 Brewing Barrel Room. Friday morning, Commerce Lexington will host a spotlight breakfast featuring Kentucky Book Festival author Cal Turner Jr. in discussion with Carla Blanton on his new book. Finally, on Saturday, November 17th, the 37th Annual Kentucky Book Fair will be back at the Kentucky Horse Park Alltech Arena from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. With more than 180 authors in attendance and 18 author presentations, the fair is a day you don't want to miss. Headliners for this year's fair include Wendell Berry, H.W. Brands, Rita Mae Brown, Artis Gilmore, Robert Sabuda, and Sarah Smarsh. Additionally, our programming for students will be happening all week long across Kentucky as 6 Kentucky Book Festival authors make visits to 11 elementary and middle schools across the state. Each student at these schools will receive a free copy of the visiting author's book to be signed and taken home with them. And of course, for our high school students, we'll have our master class with Dr. Jonathan Kulick, who will be speaking on rhetoric and persuasive speech, followed by lunch and an insightful program with Dr. Keen Babbage and UK Student Ambassador Jawan Page. Let me again encourage all of you to head to our website, kyhumanities.org, for much more detail, information on tickets, ways for you to plan your entire week around the Kentucky Book Festival, and we do hope you will join us. Thank you.
That's it, November 12th through the 17th, the Kentucky Book Festival for the very first time here in Lexington and statewide. We hope to encourage everyone to come into Lexington during that week and during that weekend. We appreciate the mayor and the council again and for participation this morning, especially the mayor reading to those darling children earlier. So thanks everybody. We appreciate it. We'll see you in November, if not before.